Hello, everyone. Welcome to Royal Mystic Collective Wisdom. I'm your host, Royal Mystic. I have been on a journey through spiritual understanding, and part of what I have learned has been the value of our chakras and understanding that you have to find the balance and open energy so that the energy can flow. If you have any of them that are blocked, you don't get the continuous flow and you're not in the place of empowered energy. So we're going to talk about the throat chakra, which is where you speak your manifestations into existence through this vibrational energy of your vocal cords. The element of this chakra is ether, and ether is the invisible force around us that contains what is unmanifested. And as we speak, we manifest through the energy of intention and bringing in the energy of belief and our ability to communicate with the universe. The color of this chakra is blue, so all things blue will help you to empower your ability to stand in your truth. It is the energy of calm and the energy of peace and the energy of water, because water is considered blue. If you look at the ocean, it's blue. The sky is blue. So there's a lot of surrounding nature that allows for this blue to really identify with that sense of empowerment. The age of activation for this chakra is the age of 29 to 35. So it's just about the time you start to understand what life is all about. So that's a perfect age for that activation. And its connection is to sound and music. The ability to make that sound through your own voice, humming, singing, being in a place of really letting yourself resonate with the sounds around you, especially those that are aligned with the solfeggio frequencies. The energy or the mantra that I use is, I speak my truth without fear. It is safe for me to speak my truth is a really strong one as well. And understanding that it's always having to overcome the fear. That's always the challenge for most everything in life. And being fearful of being misunderstood or speaking incorrectly or making a mistake. I choose authenticity over perfection on this one, because if you're speaking in your own vernacular and you're speaking of a place of your authentic perspective, then whatever you say is what you say. And that is, sometimes we have to just be open to hear other people in their own terms. Allowing yourself to be in your own terms without fear. Now that's what we're working on here. So it doesn't matter if you have an explicit or extensive vocabulary. Allowing yourself to communicate in your own words is far more authentic than trying to make up or learn some new ways to speak. You can do that if you choose, if you need to feel accomplished by learning more. It's always an advantage, but it's not necessary. Being able to open your throat chakra will open the doors for all things for you, because that's where your manifestation begins. As you speak, the vibrations form in your mouth and pour out into the universe to seek out what they resonate with and bring it back to you. So understanding that this symbol is a blue 16-petal lotus with a masculine symbol in the center, I feel like it's really important to understand a masculine symbol. That is the energy of a triangle in this instance. Anything with lines and sharp angles is masculine energy. So it's a downward pointing triangle. That instead of the top being the point, the bottom is the point. Now, here's another cool thing to think about. The energy of this masculine energy. Masculine means something fully formed and actionable. Being in the energy of something fully already prepared, already brought into its wholeness. So you already have the ability and capability to stand in your energy. Remember, your inner truth already knows what to do and how to be in this energy. It's our human mind, our thinking logical mind, that makes the fear show up. So public speaking is one of the number one fears in for all mankind. It is the top ranker because it's the judgment that comes back after we make our statements and make our case, so to speak, and allow yourself to be okay with whatever their opinion is their opinion, and that is all. It does not really reflect who you are. It reflects what they think you are, which most of the time is not accurate. So if you can blow off the fear of being judged or ranked or qualified by other people, you can truly stand in your own power fearlessly and send your message out through your own voice. So a healthy throat chakra allows you to speak with confidence. It allows you to stand in courage with whatever may happen. If you stumble or stutter, if you have an issue with a speech impediment, being able to, even if you have an accent, I'm from the South, and so it has its own drawbacks. Sometimes there's a little twang in my voice. So I just have to let myself be who I am and speak who I am authentically. So allowing myself to make mistakes and not worrying about having to be perfect is a huge relief. Also lets me be more free with who I am. So you have the only key to truth for yourself. Don't lock it up and throw away the key just because you're afraid somebody else isn't going to like your truth. You get to have an exclusive control of your own ability to gauge your truth and what your perspective is. So when you have an imbalanced or blocked throat chakra, you will have an absolute fear of expressing yourself and communicating, especially when it comes to emotion, along with the expression. The hesitancy of communicating so when you hear people say, I can't talk about this right now, it's too raw, I've got to wait. It's because their emotions are so high that they cannot allow themselves to communicate because they don't have the full control of what they might say. And they don't want to say something they would regret. I understand that. But you cannot stand in that energy forever. Okay? You must eventually speak on whatever it is. Stay away from negative conversations, negative intentions, speaking those out. You don't want to speak negativity. You don't want to get involved in gossip. I'm not saying that I haven't. I'm saying I don't want to anymore because I understand how much destruction that causes within my own energy. So try to steer clear of being part of that. If you're doing it now, stop it. It's your choice. You can choose not to. So here's some of the things you can do to help bring alignment in your throat chakra. The crystals that are available, these are some of them, not all of them. Larimar, it's a very wonderful, soft, subtle energy. Blue kyanite, very solid energy connection to your higher self. Celestite, same. Apatite, beautiful energy. Now, apatite is also a very good self-control energy. It has to do with being able to regulate yourself. And then you have lapis lazuli, sodalite, amazonite, blue calcite, and azurite. Now, a quick note on azurite. It is a crumbly crystal. You should keep it in a little case, and you should keep it out of the sunlight because it will fade its color. And you don't want to get it on your naked skin because it will stain. It is a dye. It was used back in the way back to make the color blue. So azurite is the color azul. Okay, so understand you don't want to get that on you. on you or your clothes. And then we have food that can help align. We have the dark purple grapes or blue grapes, blueberries, currants, coconut water, elderberry and elderberry tea, and fruit that like apples and oranges that are on trees, peaches, pears, apricots. The fruit on trees thing is because the element is ether. So you're still in the energy when you use those kinds of fruits. We also have to get into the practice of choosing our affirmations and being in a place of feeling strong. And so speaking anything into your chakra energy or speaking a purpose out into the universe is always really effective for your chakras, but never more effective than this throat chakra, because this is literally from its place of origin. So I speak with courage, compassion, and love. I listen to my inner knowledge. I speak my truth. I speak blessings, not harm. I speak authentically with grace and courage, and I express my creativity with joy. My voice matters. I value my words and the words of others. I am empowered when I speak my truth. Understanding that being able to feel safe and feeling very much in a place of grace, being calm and peaceful, this is important, because when you stand in this peace and this calm, you help to create an atmosphere of every time that you're going to involve your voice in any conversation, it's with purpose and with intention. And allowing yourself to be aligned with that helps to balance that chakra. So you can literally balance it through your own words, through your own intention. So here are some essential oils that are also important that help you to balance your chakras. And this can be used in a diffuser. You can put a few drops. Sometimes I put drops in my lotion, or just a couple of drops. It's just enough to put it in there. So one of my favorites of this I'm going to save for last. But chamomile, peppermint, lavender, frankincense, eucalyptus, sage, geranium, and last but not least, this is a combination of a bunch of things, but thieves oil is one of my very favorites. And I didn't know that it connected to the throat chakra till I started doing the research for this podcast. And it really makes sense, because when I first started doing readings, one of the things I would dab on me was thieves oil. And for some reason, it made me feel better as I did the readings. It helped comfort my fear. So clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary are the combination, the 5 oils together that make thieves oil. And if you don't know the story about thieves oil, the reason it's called that name is because back in the bubonic plague, people in towns had just all died out, and some of the people were very rich, and nobody ever went back in the houses to do anything with any of the stuff because it was plague. They couldn't enter without dying. Well, all of a sudden, some of these people's items, silver and different family heirlooms, started showing up in the pawn shops, I'm sure they called them something else at that time. But these people were showing up with these people's items, and they weren't dead. And everybody was really confused as to why they hadn't caught the plague and died themselves. And it was because of the thieves oil. This is the rumor, okay? I don't know that this is fact, but this is the story. And so that combination of clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary had antibacterial qualities and obviously helped the thieves survive their journey. Not that it's a good outcome per se, but that's what got its name, thieves oil. So it was able to allow them to move into the places where the plague existed without catching it. So we have affirmations that allow us to be absolutely strong and stand in that energy. But there's also yoga poses, and you can do the affirmations as you meditate, or you can do the affirmations as you sit in the yoga poses. But here are some of them, and it's not, I'm sure not all of them. This is just to get you started and an idea. We have neck stretches and neck rolls, the plow pose. There's one that said the shoulder stand, supported and unsupported, the fish pose, and lion's breath. Now, when you go to check that one out, it's quite it's quite unusual. I'll just say that. There's a facial thing that goes with that, with the breathing, and I think you'll all get a good chuckle out of it. It's very serious. I don't mean to laugh about it, but there's a couple of pictures on the internet that made me laugh out loud. So, and that's part of having a healthy throat chakra too, is being able to really express joy. If your throat chakra is blocked, it's very hard to laugh. It's very hard to be in a place of giving compliments and giving love. And that is no way to live. It is important to open this energy so that you can stand in the power of giving and receiving love to the people that you care about. Being connected to music, I can't even imagine a life without music. Music is so important, and the vibrational frequencies really are healing. So allow yourself to really investigate the different ways of balancing your throat chakra and allowing yourself to find your own rhythm and your own authentic truth that you can speak and express over and over to bring yourself into a place of power and to allow yourself to have value in your own capability to speak and have your authentic self be heard without fear. Whether someone approves or disapproves matters not. There's always going to be someone who's not happy with what you have to say. That's not the point. We're not here to please all the people in the whole wide world. The only person that needs to be happy with ourselves is us. And you stand in your energy of self-approval. Give yourself permission and grace, and create a safe space for yourself through the energy of acceptance, and allow yourself to know that you matter, your voice matters, and the way you express yourself allows you to be in a place of creation and manifestation. So with that, I'll send you out with a blessing and love as you move forward in this journey of your lifetime, sending you love, light, peace, abundance, happiness, joy, healing, prosperity, and all the good things that you can bring to yourself through your own words and your own voice. And may you have the power of expression that allows you to go beyond the current limitations that you have in this lifetime with divine healing and love. I send you all the best, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.